This channel is really about mental health and wellness and well-being and holistic health. Lots of things impact our health and wellness and well-being, including our interior spaces, right? Because we live in our homes every day, and the space in our homes, the appearance of it, affects our stress levels and affects our productivity and our ability to make efficient use of our time. I want to be able to share with you guys these kind of things that we can do to improve our lives and make ourselves feel better and happier. So thanks for being here. Go ahead and give this video a like if you haven't already. It means the world to me, and I really do intend to grow this channel and keep making more videos. So if you want to support me in that endeavor, I would really appreciate a subscribe. It helps me and my family. Turns out that when I'm feeling my happiest and healthiest, I find myself decorating a lot, interior decorating to be specific. You could say it's a hobby of mine. It's just something that I naturally gravitate to and enjoy, but not always. When I'm feeling depressive or feeling just not so hot physically, then I don't do that. I stop. My interior spaces in my home have really deteriorated and fallen into a state of decline, and I want to fix that. Well, it's not always the case. Oftentimes, the spaces in our homes reflect what's going on inside our inner being. So I wanted to take you with me as I redo my bedroom and show you where it's at right now. So here's the main area where I sleep. Got my blue blanket, which I do like. My dogs usually will sleep on the bed with me. Well, actually, it's usually the smaller dog that sleeps on the bed with me lately, and this is the bigger dog who's currently on there, and he usually sleeps in my son's bedroom, which he's good with. Anyway, I have some art on the wall that I made years ago. I don't hate this art. I like to have the type of art above my head that if it were to fall in case of an earthquake, you know, it wouldn't kill me. The wall needs to be painted as well over here. I don't think I need to necessarily repaint my entire room, but there's certain walls and certain spots that definitely need repaint. I've got my nightstands that I don't hate them. I think they're kind of mid-century looking, and they came from my father-in-law. When he passed away, he gave us some furniture. I don't mind the IKEA lighting. It's fine for me. We got some more artwork over here. I feel like this area is kind of wasted space too. I mean, it's being used, but it could be more organized, and there could be some kind of a furniture unit that I could probably move over here that could help organize this stuff better. What else we got? Beautiful cross my dad made, which doesn't necessarily reflect my religion, but I just put it up, you know, out of appreciation for the fact that he gave me that for my 50th birthday. I've got some more art that's been hanging around. I don't know if you can see it back there. It's just been hanging around for several months, and I've been meaning to hang it, but I haven't. Then the one main big thing that's going on in this room is this headboard. My dad's neighbor basically had to move because she was sick, and she gave him some furniture, and this ended up being given to me. And I do like this. I believe it is a king headboard, which will be the right size for my bed. I have qualms about using this headboard without using the footboard that's back there. But I just keep going through this kind of like mental cycle of not knowing what to do and not being sure if it's even worth the energy to put it together, because it is going to be a lot of energy to put it all together. And then I'm even going to like it if I do put it all together, so that then it just ends up sitting here. But I need to like either get rid of it or put it up and make a decision. I've lived in this house for almost 15 years and I've never had a headboard here. Okay, so now let's look at the desk. My desk actually does look cute when it's all like put together. This is a chair that was my son's. He didn't want it anymore. It's a little worn out. It's a little uncomfortable, but I like it. I don't mind it. I can sit here for a while and work. Yeah, but I need to basically put all of this paperwork away and file it away. I've got a calendar from totally the wrong year, but I just like the pictures, so I kept it. I've got a cute Turkish lamp that I found at the thrift store, which I do love. The space overall is in a sad state right now. Then I have this other desk, which I also got off the curb from a neighbor, but it's just not a good layout at all. Like, obviously, so that needs to be dealt with. And then I've got this area with a bunch of random stuff and pictures and things that needs to be redone. Here is a dresser that I have no shame. I pulled it off the curb. My neighbor had it on the curb on bulk day. But I like it. I don't know. I think it's fun. Say what you will about shabby chic, but I think it is shabby chic, and I think it's kind of fun and cute. And, you know, they even went so far as to put a few custom butterfly poles on it. And it's great for holding LPs, vinyls as well. So I like it. This TV was also on the curb. A different neighbor was throwing this one out on bulk day, and they had a note printed and taped on top along with the remote and its cables, and it said, "Still works perfectly, please take, free," you know? I have it all set up with Roku and everything, and it works great. So when I do feel like watching television in my room, I have that option, which I appreciate. As you can probably see, my floors are carpet. They need to be cleaned. All of the spots. Ideally, I wouldn't even have carpet in here, but you know, that's a money thing. A lot of this comes down to, do you have the money? My shower needs to be cleaned. I hang up clothes in there. This is how I de-wrinkle things, and it actually works quite nicely. Well, I live in the desert, so like I don't have to worry as much about mold and mildew as in some places, because everything dries almost instantly. So it's kind of a nice way to de-wrinkle your clothes if you live in the desert. But yeah, this needs to be cleaned. I don't want to do it. I don't have time. Here's the water closet. It's fine. I mean, there's nothing to really say about that. Yeah, and then here is the bathroom area. I kind of redid this, I don't know, this vanity top or the sink countertop for the bathroom. And I like it, actually. I've got this Avon jar that used to hold an oil, and it has some sticks from a hike in the forest. We've got, you know, some old vintage glass shells, colored rocks, a soap dish that's also vintage pottery. This pink soap, it's hard to keep it looking nice because the pink soap like sheds soap all over it. I've got my plant, which the plant did look better a few weeks ago. When I went on a trip cross country and left for a few weeks, unfortunately the plant started to look a little sad, but I've been changing out the water, and hopefully it'll start to grow again, because it's just a pothos, and they're pretty hardy. They usually, you know, perk back up if you just give them a little attention. So like, I don't hate this room. I was using this bamboo stick yesterday to try to hang up this pretty blanket, which I actually like a lot, and I think the colors are nice. And I don't know if you can see it. I was hanging this up so that it would hang right there in the center off the bamboo, but the bamboo kept falling down. So I have to figure out a better way to secure it. I would like to have something hanging there in the middle. And the light fixtures, if I had the money, I would change out the light fixtures to something nicer. But at the very least, for right now, I can clean them off, and I can put light bulbs in the spaces where it's missing light bulbs. And let me show you what happened over here. So we had a flood. It wasn't our fault. There was a piece inside, I guess, down in there where the plumbing is, that failed, and it was supposed to have a lifetime warranty by Moen, and Moen did replace the failed piece, and a plumber came out and fixed the plumbing issue. However, after they had to cut into the walls and cut out some of this carpet in the bathroom, which is a whole nother thing. When we bought the house, the builder did some builder grade stuff, including carpet in the bathroom, which I wish wouldn't have happened. Maybe I should have specified that I didn't want it. Maybe I authorized it. I don't really remember because it was a long time ago, but it was a bad decision, whoever made the decision. I can't even blame anyone for sure because it might have been my own fault. But I wish that we had not put carpet in the bathroom. Also, I have this ironing board here, which is totally blocking the feng shui of the space. And even though it's been useful to have, because when I'm done with laundry, I just bring the dried laundry from the dryer in here. I just put it all here and then I figure out what to do with it, where to hang it, etc. But it's just totally like encumbrance. It's blocking the space. It's not good feng shui. It doesn't look nice. But overall, like, I'm okay with this. This is a paper shredder that I use when I'm filing, and I just shred like credit card offers and stuff. Back to here, I didn't have the money to pay like the deposit that the contractor was asking to finish this bath area. And there's also a hole in the wall downstairs because this is an upstairs room. So it leaked down into the living room. Not terribly so, but enough that there's a hole in the wall about this big, like, I don't know, 4 by 5 or something. And so somebody needs to put up like sheetrock on the ceiling. Yeah, the plungers are just because I had an issue with the drain, and I did fix that issue with the plungers, but they're still out, so I gotta put those away. I have another cute pothos in here, which I do like. This space, obviously, aside from the whole structural and flooring issue, this space could just use some improvement as well. And I used to have it where it was like really spa-like and pretty, and I want to get back to that, you know, that relaxing spa-like feel instead of feeling stressed when I look at it. But part of that will be if I can ever manage to get this flooring fixed and get carpet out of this bathroom, that would go like a million miles in improving the space. So anyways, I'll put up some before and after shots of my room, and you can come along with me and watch me as I fix it up. We're on day 2 of this bedroom makeover. A couple of little guidelines or rules that I forgot to mention yesterday. Number 1, I have no budget. A lot of people have no budget for decorating. So we're gonna keep this under $100, this project. Obviously, the carpets need to be cleaned, but even just hiring professional carpet cleaners is gonna blow my whole $100 budget. So for now, we're just gonna live with the carpet with some spot cleaning done, and you know, that's just gonna be something that we understand will happen later. Ideally, I wanna get new flooring in here. That would obviously make a huge difference, but don't have the budget for that right now. Not everyone has the budget to just run out and get new floors. This is gonna be a project where we use our creativity, we use objects that we already have around, and we do our best with what we already have because we are artists. A big part of what this room needs, and probably a lot of our homes actually need, is just some cleaning and organization and figuring out, you know, the right furniture and the right items to go in the right zones. So kind of just moving things around so things work better and flow better. That can make a huge difference. Like, I think that can make probably an 80 or 85% improvement. So you don't need to buy too much or spend too much to make a huge impact. So that's what we're doing today. Because I'm a creative and I have a tendency to take on too many projects at once and not be able to finish, I know I need to organize this into chunks. So I think the first thing that I need to do is paint this back wall. And I brought paints in here and the stuff for painting already. So I have that ready. And then while it's drying, I'll come over here and as fast as I can file all this paperwork and fix up this desk area. And then I'm gonna ask my son to come in here and help me put this headboard together so we can get the bed and the headboard set up and put away. And that's gonna already take care of like 50% of what needs to be done in here. And then I'll come over here and I'll take everything off this surface and I'll redecorate this area. And I'll hang up the paintings, you know, that haven't been hung up. And I'll put this stuff away and clean in here, clean the shower and tub. And like I said, spot clean the carpets because there's some spots that need cleaning. Hang up this artwork and maybe touch up the paint a little bit in some areas where it just needs to be touched up. And then I think that, you know, and then once I redo like the surfaces of these nightstands and maybe do something with this space here. Oh, and then I've got to get rid of like this desk and kind of reorganize this whole area, make it a little nicer. That's basically the plan. Is I've got to start with painting the wall to get that to start drying, and then I'll move on. I'm even going to write it down. I'm going to write down the whole plan on a piece of paper. At the end of this, I might allow myself to buy a couple of pillows because I need some back support when I'm sitting in my bed. So I might allow myself to buy a few pillows and cushions for this area. Right now, all I have is my one pillow, which is right here, which I sleep on. And then I have this sort of outdoor cushion, which I sometimes use for back support, but that's not really enough. And then the other thing I might allow myself to buy at the end is some towels for the bathroom because, like, I don't know, this is the towel that I have in here right now. But I would like to have some kind of prettier towels and nicer, more luxurious towels that will make it feel more like a spa, and put new light bulbs in. That might be another thing that I'll have to buy, light bulbs. The water closet's fine. It's just basic. There's nothing really wrong with it. The only thing I'd like to do in here is get a new toilet paper holder because this one has long lost its stick and it's not even secure on the wall and it just feels inexpensive. So I'd like to have something a little cuter. And then I have a book rack or a magazine holder that I can bring in from the garage and just put right there. It's day 3. Yesterday ended up being a day where I got into Dropbox hell. I was transferring files around and such, so I didn't get a lot done in terms of this room redo, but that's okay because I think we're gonna power through a lot of it today. My son used to co-sleep in here with me when he was smaller, and he would put his feet on the wall a lot and stuff like that when he was a little kid. So just some memories to paint over, I guess. Cracked in the middle. Mattress under there. Been looking for this every time we've gone camping. Haven't been able to find it. Thought maybe I threw it away or something. No, it was under the bed this whole time. I don't know why I hate these so much. They're like a common furniture element that we all use, and we need them, but I just hate them so much. I think because I've tripped and like bang my feet and ankles on them so many times. Just have a negative association. I'm almost thinking of putting my mattress on the floor this time. You can do this too. You can just reorganize, rearrange, and clean and dust, and you'll feel a whole lot better about your space. It's raining today in Las Vegas. I wouldn't say pouring rain, but it's been a pretty good steady rain. This is a view out my window. But yeah, got some moisture back there. I don't love the Las Vegas heat, and I don't always love the weather in Las Vegas. However, I do love the summer monsoon season. It's actually quite beautiful, and I always get like a burst of energy when it's overcast here and when there's some moisture in the air, some humidity in the air. Sorry, I said moisture. I actually get happier when it's gloomy. I'm only happy when it rains. Woo, Carmi, the bear would not like those edges.
You're a good boy. He's so confused. He says, what is going on over here? What is all this?
To avoid having to do 2 full coats, you can just stipple on with a small paintbrush the spots that you want to cover first and let that dry. And then you go over with your roller over everything for your second coat quickly. And that avoids having to do 2 full coatings. My whole mantra with this project is done is better than perfect, and I have a whole other part of this project to finish besides just this wall. For today, I'm just trying to make everything feel more livable in here. Been wanting to get this little handprint that somebody did for a long time. Oh my gosh, that was so satisfying. It's actually a lot easier to touch up or repaint a wall when you are not trying to do a fancy new color and you're just doing the same color, because you don't have to be so uptight about getting like around the edges of the outlets and the windows and things like that. The little details, you can just kind of blend the new paint into the older paint. I need to keep moving on with this project, so I'm going to call that done for now. I'm going to start putting the room back together. I'm going to get some more of the things from the to-do list taken care of and checked off. I can always come back and touch up spots that look rough, but it looks way better, so I'm happy with that for now. I'm happy that's done, but for some reason painting that wall was a lot more challenging than expected. The next item on the list is filing the paperwork on the desk. So I think I need a little refresh, so I'm going to take a coffee break, or maybe just like an adaptogenic mushroom drink break, and take a little shower, change clothes, and then I'm going to start working on the filing.
Ah, you're a goofball. I love you. You want to go pee-pee outside? Let's go pee-pee outside. Come on.
So Gotta figure out what to do with these desks. The next thing on the list is filing, so I'm gonna deal with this paperwork as quick as I can. One good thing about having already moved the furniture in this room is that the floor is open, so I could just separate all of the stuff into piles and get all of the stuff I need ready right here and get it all done pretty quick, I think. Right now, it's like a dormant piece. It's not doing anything. I was reading this because my dog passed away about a month and a half ago. Today turned out to be kind of a weird but pretty good day in terms of productivity. I got most of that paperwork done. I worked on it for a couple of hours, threw away a ton of envelopes and shredded a ton of stuff, so that felt pretty good. I cleared off the desk. I decided to change to the other desk as my main desk, and I'm gonna see how that goes. The main thing is that bed. It is a bear. I don't really know how to put it together. I tried laying out all the pieces, and each piece is pretty substantial and weighty, which I mean I like because it's a high quality piece of furniture, but assembling it is another matter. I had my sons in here look at it, and they both didn't really know what to do either, so I'm gonna look at it again in the morning and see if I can get that figured out. I've about had it for today. It's been a pretty big day of expending energy, but my room is looking better. Let me turn the lights on in there and I'll show you real quick. As you can see, here's the new desk that I decided to change over to. I kind of like the way it fits in the space, and there's the pretty lamp I told you about. When it turns on, it's really nice. I do enjoy it. And let me turn these lights on so you can see. There we go. It's looking quite a bit nicer, if just more clear and less cluttered. Even the carpet looks better. Like, yeah, it's all starting to look better. I just have to figure out this bed and what I'm gonna do over here with the furniture, but mainly the bed. This bed has that piece, this long piece over here, and then all these pieces, plus some metal bars. So, question mark, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get it figured out tomorrow. Okay, well, we got the bed put together to this point, and then we realized that these other pieces don't even seem to fit, either lengthwise or widthwise, and we've tried positioning things every which way. It's disappointing, but I guess it's better to know the truth about it, which is that it's just not going to work, than hold on to all these pieces and parts all over my room for months and months, which is what I've been doing. Just for kicks, I did try placing just the headboard back behind, and I was not sure if I liked it. I kind of like the way it looks, but actually I don't love the way the wood tones are not matching. I could probably live with it, but I wasn't like in love with it either. And then the deciding factor was the fact that even when it's centered, it covers just enough of the outlets on either side to make them not easily accessible. And so if I had it pressed up against the wall completely flush, it would block the outlets on both sides, and I need those for my lights and my sound machine that helps me sleep. So that was the deciding factor, because that just ruins the feng shui. It ruins the function and the feng shui and the energy flow of the space, and so it's just not practical. So we're gonna take this out and just put it on the curb on bulk day. The little green is out of commission, so I'm just scrubbing it with a rag, and I've been spraying it with some enzymatic spray cleaner. Did I mention I hate carpet? Unless you live alone and you have no kids or pets, maybe. And even then, I just fail to see the real utility of it. I can't wait to get rid of it. That's why I'm not worrying too much about the stains on the carpet though, because I know it's going to be replaced pretty soon. Hit me right there. Wouldn't be the first time I've been hit in the head. Maybe that explains things. Anyway, I'm probably gonna have a goose egg, but I think I'm okay. My husband used to be a professional framer. He actually owned his own art framing shop before he got sick. So we have a lot of pieces that he framed professionally that are quite beautiful. Some of them have just gathered dust over the years and stuff. There's probably a better way to clean these, but I'm just using what I have right now. Cleaning that art got me thinking about art, and I kind of want a little break from like all the logistics and planning stuff. So I'm gonna go down to the garage and look at the art collection that we have in there and see if there's anything else I want to pull into this room. We have a ton of art in this garage just because, well, I'm gonna say we're hoarders, but it's more that we're artists ourselves. We have a artist friend or two that we're storing things for, or that gave us things. And then my husband used to own a frame shop, so we ended up with stuff from that. Like this is something that one of my artist friends gave me to hold on to. Trying to pick out art for the room. So let me just look through here. This is kind of unique. I wonder if I would want this maybe to hang somewhere. He also gave me this one, which I actually do like the colors. I don't know about that frame though. And then this one, it's Picasso, but again, the frame, I don't know. I just don't really like it that much. What else? This ottoman. I should bring that in. That might work perfectly. This is kind of like manly, masculine art. I like the colors okay. It's too masculine for me in my room. Sometimes I do like masculine style. Hi. Just going through this art, trying to see if there's anything I want for my room. This is stuff that we had for our kids. Oh, this is another one from my artist friend. It's a photograph that he took. Nice. I don't think I just want a photo of some random woman in my bedroom though. This is really pretty. I think it's Monet or Cezanne. I don't know. It's one of those fancy French guy artists, I think. And it is some pretty irises, kind of purpley. I do like the colors and I do like the frame. I think my husband did the frame. So this is like a maybe. Okay, some more pictures from my other friend, his dog that passed away. Another one that he made. He had a lot of women, pictures of women. And then here's one that he did that was the Carters. So that's kind of fun. Definitely don't want any political figures hanging in my room right now, I don't think. Here's another one that he did. Quite beautiful. Not for my room though. I don't even know where these came from. I might get rid of these. They are like airplane pictures. Talk about masculine. Nice. I don't want it in my room though. I definitely do want to bring her in because she'll match my other mukas. She's huge, but I like the frame. Just needs to be cleaned a little. I have the counterparts to this upstairs. It's a picture of San Francisco, done in, I believe it says 1964. There's two more. It's just triptych. There's 3 pieces altogether. I'll bring this up. Kid art, fun, but not really using it now. This was a piece of art that I made a long time ago. I used oil pastels. It's like a couple in love. It's supposed to be me and my husband, I guess, loosely. Maybe that's worth hanging again. Where's my maybe pile? Where's my maybe baby pile? This is a cool one, but it's like, it'd be better in like a man cave or something. It's really cool. It's an MC Escher. Can you imagine? I put Grand Theft Auto in my room. This one is interesting. I don't even know where it came from. It has a big scratch, but I do like it. It's fun. I don't know where I'd put it though. I need to clean the garage because everything is just piled on top of everything. Did I mention hoarders? I usually don't go for florals, but there is something special about this one, and it is professionally framed, which I do like. I'm gonna take the maybes inside. Brought this ladder shelf in from the loft, and actually like it here in this space. It needed something over here. This is another piece of furniture that I pulled off the neighbor's curb on bulk day. It does have a spot on the bottom, unfortunately, I guess where their dog gnawed the corner. That's too bad. It's a nice decorative piece. I don't really care. I feel like something can be done about that. At the very least, I can paint it brown, you know, espresso brown to match so it doesn't stand out as much. I think with a few decor pieces on it and some art hung on that side, I think it'll look nice. That's pretty cool because it pretty much hides the flaw, and then I can put a few things underneath that I want for storage that doesn't need to show. And then I can put a few things on top here. So I kind of like that idea. Finally got the bed back in. It was such a pain. King size beds are great to have all that room, but man, taking them apart, putting them back together, moving them around, and all the pieces, it's just so hard. I put a sheet down to act as sort of a bed skirt because I'm still storing a bunch of stuff under there, and I realized I do need a place to store all that stuff. I need it for the storage, so just tried this sheet. I know it looks a bit unfinished, but I think it'll be okay when it's all done. The bed is pretty clean because I just recently, like a few days ago, washed all the blankets and sheets, but the dogs sleep in here with me, so there is some hair and dust. I need to get more of these things.
What is she doing? She's going crazy in here.
The paperwork is done well enough that I feel comfortable checking it off the list. It's all in this area now. That's good enough. Maybe not perfect, but good enough for this project. I need to redo the desk area. The headboard, we decided not to do. Here's some random doodles that I did on an envelope that I found when I was filing papers. I decided to just go ahead and put this desk back because I like the storage drawers that it has. And I kind of like the way it fills that space exactly. And sometimes my sons and I actually body double. So we'll both be sitting in a chair and working on the computer at the same time. So for now, I actually kind of like that layout for in here. It's subject to change as always. My husband's grandparents got these from Ghana or something years ago. They're like souvenir pieces. And then like, these are little items that my daughter made when she was in elementary school. She's really crafty and artistic, and I'm just sentimental, so it's really hard for me to get rid of some of these things that I've had for a long time, especially if someone made it. Found that ottoman when I was in the garage looking at art and realized it would be nice in here. I wish it opened. It looks like one of those storage tables, but I have not been able to, as of yet, open it. I'm gonna go try again. It just doesn't want to come off. Gotta hang the artwork. Here is all of the artwork that I'm gonna hang up. I'm cleaning all the glass with vinegar water, and I just wipe down the frames with the damp cloth. This is not like cleaning museum art. I'm just trying to make it acceptable to hang on human walls, normal human walls. Not that museum walls aren't normal human walls, but we all know they're not. I hung this one here above the toilet. I had that one hanging here, which I did like, but I moved her here and I think she looks good with the colors in this bathroom. So I think it's good if you get all of your art that you want for one room at once, and then get it all ready and figure out where you're gonna hang it all, and then just spend an evening hanging all of your art, and you can get it all done in one night, and it actually has been flowing easier for me than usual. So I'm gonna keep going and hopefully get all the art hung tonight. The difficulty level is higher when you have to have a ladder straddling the bathtub. You have to hang it up above a towel rack. Don't put weight on your towel rack if you're climbing a ladder. Don't do that. They're not there to support human weight. as of now, I've hung up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. I'm gonna try to hang up 1, 2, 3, and then possibly that. I'm gonna try to hang up the rest tonight, and then we'll start fresh tomorrow. This is a very eclectic room and an eclectic space, and I wanted to bring some color in. I do want it to be relaxing and tranquil and calming and healing space, but I also want it to be happy and vibrant and have lots of interesting colors and textures and pieces from different cultures, or just nods to all different cultures from the world, because I like that global eclectic style. So yesterday I managed to get quite a few paintings hung, which I was really happy about. And I was just agonizing about what to do with these here, which are the ones that I made. It's kind of meant to be like a puzzle. Like, I painted it like this. See, and then these pieces go along the side. So anyway, I had it hanging up here, but I decided to move it. So the only problem is I was thinking about hanging it back here, behind this area, but then I realized I wanted to put this camel saddle that I have up here, and so I knew that would block the wall somewhat behind it. Then I realized I can put them half here and half here because they're meant to be like broken up, and I can kind of make them go like into a little bridge shape right there to unite the two sides. How many people do you know who have an authentic camel saddle? I thought he was really cool. I thrifted him and put him on top of this other little table, and it fits so perfectly that it's pretty funny because it looks like he's a camel on stilts, which is the perfect kind of kooky, eclectic decor that I love. And then I ended up putting these two, this little couple from, I think, Ghana, underneath, because I like the way the table legs frame them. But once I did that, I knew I wanted to place something nice and high there to draw the eye up to the height of the ceiling in that corner. And then it came to me that, you know, I could hang my painting on split sides of this opening. Yeah, I dig that. There's a symmetry to it, but it's not like stodgy symmetry. I didn't want to get too rigid with my idea of how it should be hung. I knew just to kind of playfully like enhance that space, and that's exactly what it's doing. You have to give yourself permission to say a smattering is okay. I made some good progress over the last few days for sure, but today I woke up just feeling tired and kind of like I've hit a wall, and I don't know, I just feel like this could drag on, and I really want it to be done by tomorrow. So I'm just gonna try to press on and just muster all my strength and energy to finish this room makeover. I am excited for all the progress that's happened so far, and I do think that, you know, I can finish. It's just, it's hard sometimes, and it starts to feel overwhelming. And as a creative and a person with lots of interests, this is where I typically will quit and move on and just kind of give up. I usually get to like 75-80% of something that I was enthusiastic to start, and then I realize it's hard and it's not as easy as I thought it would be, which it never is, and I just want to give up. But anyhow, pressing on. The things that I want to finish today are the headboard, or just draping a tapestry back here, and I'm gonna hang it up on the wall using this bamboo pole. And I cut up this belt to make hangers for the pole so that I can mount a tapestry back here behind me. So that's what I'm gonna start with today. I think the fact that I found this belt and it already has holes pre-drilled in it is gonna be helpful. I actually got excited when I realized that I wouldn't have to try to drill the holes in the leather strap because I have this canvas belt already, so all I had to do is cut it. So we're gonna work on that, and then hopefully that'll get the momentum going, because if if my motivation is low, if I can just get some momentum going, that'll help me a lot, I think, to move forward and get this project finished.
Normal doesn't really deal with what we deal with day to day. Every single neighborhood is different. Every single community is different. Every single artist is different.
White supremacy based, patriarchal, like which part is American and which part is Christian?
Two symbiotic elements growing together to reach what I think now is a pretty destructive force in American society.
The full room makeover video ended up being about an hour and a half long, so I decided to end it here at about the halfway point. Tune in next time to see if I got the tapestry hung, as well as the completed room and the rest of the work that it took to get there. It was quite the job. It was probably a little too ambitious, but there were a lot of adventures along the way, so definitely tune in next time to check that out. Remember to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment on what you thought so far of the room makeover, and let me know, have you ever done any makeovers in your home or any upgrades to any of your rooms, or even just clean and organize in order to make a space, an interior space in your home feel better. And remember, radical self-care and radical self-acceptance, they'll always be there for you. You can do it.